kind of madness we can cause. What were we doing last time? Oh yeah, we did some road work. Got the rest. I think that's what they told me to do. His name is Neil Vonich up here, and so we're going to another chapter. Got that down. She looks suspicious though. Apple looks good. What that means. Clickety click. That'd be creepy. Oh, it's being creepy. What are you doing, Heartman?
Sorry.
I like him. He's being a spy or something.
Hey, Sam. Long time no see. It's me, your old pal, Deadman.
Deadman.
Sorry if I gave you a scare. While Heartman is off conducting his near-death excursions, I am borrowing his body. My soul is normally confined to the beach, but for 3 minutes, I get to be here.
How's that possible?
Because he has my heart.
You're telling me that's...
My parting gift to Heartman, yes. Per his request, I bequeathed it before departing on my one-way trip to the beach. He put so much stress on his own that it had grown quite weak. If and when it failed, mine was meant to serve as insurance. But as you can see, he appears to have become rather attached to my heart. His finger never far from the proverbial on switch. Which is why I've been able to assume control of his body. Come here. It's good to see you, Sam. I told you in Mexico that someone had falsified BB-28's records. But in truth, it was yours truly. My intention was to leave no trace of a second BB-28 or of Lou. I wanted you to be free to live your lives, unburdened by the past. But then, well, everything changed, didn't it? You lost Lou, and needed answers to make sense of it all.
3 seconds remaining.
So, I decided to access the network servers from within the beach. Security isn't as strict over there as it is here, you see.
So that was you?
That's right. I am the one who dug up the information about Lou's past. Your very own Heartman was me all along.
2. Administering shock. Stand clear.
Sam? What's going on? And where are we?
Sam. Poor Heartman here is understandably confused. If you give us a moment alone, I'll explain things to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't hear it. So non-puppets.
Well, I've apprised Heartman of the situation. It's not unlike my own experience. A soul finds itself in a puppet, and then acts as a puppeteer. One's ka can reside in any vessel to which one has a strong attachment. Human ha or inanimate object. It makes no difference.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received an emergency distress call from the Eastern Environmental Observatory. I urge you to access the Adventurer's delivery terminal and pick up this main order immediately.
Okay.
It goes without saying, but I was not born into this world with this doll as my ha. Would you like to hear how I came to be in this condition?
Tell me.
My darling wife was working as a nurse in an isolation ward. A luckless place which one day found itself in the path of a tar tsunami, a freak occurrence triggered by an ill-timed gatequake. Not a single person survived. No patients, no doctors, no wife. I just have to be careful. Hold on. Access to the site had been restricted, but we weren't about to let that stop us. It was my daughter's idea. She was desperate to see her mother again. Be careful. Take off your horn.
It's like Wednesday.
Hold my hand.
Mommy?
It's me, honey. It's me.
Yeah, that's creepy. Any of my relatives passed away, don't come back and help me.
In the end, it wasn't even her daughter that she remembered. Before we knew it, we were swallowed by the tar, battered against the rocks, and eventually coughed back up into this world. Wait! Don't go! Down here, please!
Hello, little one. You cold? Let me guess. The car of that poor girl over there?
Oh, my daughter's car is long gone. I'm afraid it's just me now. She died, but for whatever reason, her soul was unable to move on because it ended up here in her doll, stuck somehow. My baby girl would have been left here all on her own. So I liberated her, forced her car out with one solid push. And she was free at last. Free to leave this world and go to where the dead belong. Just as I would have done, had I not gotten stuck myself.
I see. That's quite a story. Believe it or not, I've been looking all over for you, Mr. Spirit Medium.
As you can see, I'm of no use to anyone. I can't go anywhere. I'll be stuck here for the rest of eternity, and that's that.
Wanna come work for me instead? Yoha's no good to you now.
Huh. It didn't last long out of the tar. Poor old thing turned into a bog body in no time at all. You think you could bury them for me?
They call me fragile. What do they call you? The Dollman, maybe? No. Dollman suits you better.
If Fragile hadn't come looking for me, I'd almost certainly still be lying in that dreadful tar bog.
But your soul's trapped in that doll forever?
Perhaps. But if I could break free from this thing, maybe then I can be reunited with my daughter. When that happy day might come, I cannot say.
Kind of sad.
I did what any father would do. I pushed my daughter's car out of this doll, and she was free at last. Free to leave this world and go to where the dead belong. Thank you for listening to my story, Sam. But enough about me. It's time I let you focus on your job. As I mentioned before, I lost my wife to a tar tsunami. And after she died, she turned into a geyser. My daughter was unable to accept her mother's passing. She pleaded with me to see her again. As a medium, I thought it was within my power to grant her wish. So I gave in and took her to the hospital where her mother had died. It was the worst mistake I've ever made. I thought it was the right thing to do, taking my daughter to be reunited with her mother. And when we arrived, we played her favorite song, hoping for a reaction. But it was too late. She had no memories of our time together as a family. She was no different from any other gazer. To be honest, I already knew that deep down. My daughter's heart was swallowed up by the tar soon after, as was mine. And eventually, my car became stuck inside my daughter's doll. A prison very much of my own making. I couldn't tell you how long I lay there, until finally, someone came. Fragile, looking for fellow doomed sufferers to recruit to her cause. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her. I dare say tomorrow may have mastered her unique abilities. She can complete the apple aging exercise flawlessly and with remarkable consistency. It's been a boon for her confidence, and I am ever so happy for her, as I'm sure you are as well. That sure looked good, Sam. What a stylish pair of glasses. I'm sure they'll suit you, Sam. No matter what misfortune may befall him, that adventurer is going to keep exploring the continent. I just know it. Is it the primal calling that compels him to make these journeys? Or perhaps he's become addicted to the thrills that come with experiencing the unknown. Regardless of his motivation, when I see how distressed his son is, I want to do what I can to get him home safe.
I'm a biologist. Eastern. Your next destination is the Eastern Environmental Observatory. The facility's sole staff member has sent an SOS. Chiral contamination means he can't hold out much longer. Bring him some chiral decontaminators and sedatives. He'll be trekking hard routes at high altitudes. Take care. I almost wonder if it'd be best to come over here to the southern observatory and follow that up. Because you know I'm going to take my truck. I always do. Anyway, we'll give it a shot. We've been to right here. This is where we had the rescue dude. So I almost think come up to there and actually come around this side. But then I thought about coming down here, trying to come up like right there. We'll figure it out.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Cliff.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Take
Found a hot spring. Huh. On the way back from my latest adventure, I came across a hot spring near the Motherhood. There aren't many of those in Australia. I took a dip and immediately felt better, as if energy was coursing through my body. My injuries also held up. If you're nearby, try having a dip. It's miraculous. I thought I'd already unlocked that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because it transported me to her. So.
Wowzer!
That's the way. Look that way. You're mine.
Yeah!
Gotcha.
So you pass out. Guess the oxygen's thin.
Condition, man. Truly the work of a master porter. You're not the one I expected to bring this in. Glad you were able to find it. Truth be told, been waiting a long time for this moment. But I always knew you'd come my way. Go ahead and use your Cupid to get me online.
Eastern Environmental Observatory, Ridge Frost. Oxygen mask connected to a hood. With sufficient battery, the mask will provide a steady supply of oxygen, reducing the rate at which stamina is drained and allowing you to breathe normally in areas of low oxygen or VOG, I guess VOG. The mask face guard will automatically disengage if you run out of battery.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
All right. Which means I can finally start fixing up this observatory. In case you haven't heard, we've been seeing an increase in chiral density in every region as the network has expanded. More instances of strange phenomena outside network coverage, too. And I've been told this is indicative of plate gate emergence. You know, after being alone all this time, I wasn't sure I'd be able to stay the course. Till you arrived with that life-saving cargo. Should be all set to hold down the fort now. Not exactly a one-man job, but I'll do my team proud. Oh, I've shared schematics for an oxygen mask with you. I'll help you stay active in areas where the air's thin. Personally, I'd recommend you wear one at all times when you're in my neck of the woods.
What are you monitoring here?
Tar current fluctuations and whatnot. Mostly in the eastern part of the continent and elevated regions.
Going forward, I'll also be paying very close attention to signs of plate gate emergence. Unfortunately, the chiral cloud layer has been gradually descending ever since I got here. Everyone was suffering from exposure, and I'm the only one who stuck around. You're the first friendly face that I've seen in a minute.
Areas where the air's thin.
You know, at high altitudes, on mountains, like this one, for example. And if you climb above the cloud layer, you've got even less oxygen to breathe. Saps your energy even if you're not doing anything strenuous. Over time, you'll cover less distance and be at increased risk of slipping and falling. It's a good idea to wear your oxygen mask to help you stay strong and sharp.
I best head
Mother
off.
Nature won't show you any mercy around these parts. The biting cold and steep slopes will slow you down, or stop your progress altogether. Now would be a good time to make sure that you're fully prepared for the journey ahead. By the way, the aeronautical engineer who lives northwest of here just posted a sub-order for you. Seems something at the Ghost Mech factory's got him all hot and bothered. Help him out and he might hook you up with some useful gear.
Cool.
In any case, I hope you'll come visit me here again sometime. I understand it's a lot to ask folks to make the trip on a regular basis. But that's why I'm hoping I can offer you stuff that'll be of use in hazardous conditions like these. Keep on keeping on, man. And thanks again for all your help.
This is the President, Sam. Chiral Network coverage has just passed the 75% milestone here in Australia. The next leg of your journey will take you to the southern part of the continent. Once the remaining regions have been integrated into the network, the manifestation of a new plate gate is all but guaranteed. Marshal your strength to overcome the final hurdles and make this continent whole again. We're all counting on you.
Sam, Rainy's not doing so great. It might be more of a mental than a physical issue, but I'm honestly not sure. Do you remember the doctor from the Motherhood? We think she should be able to help ease Rainy's anxieties. It was Dollman's idea. We already reached out, and she said we could come visit anytime. Since the Motherhood's within the Chiral Network, we can use the Magellan to travel there. Once you've made it back to the ship, just head to your private room and settle in. You can use the trip to catch up on sleep. But if there's anything you need to take care of before we depart, now would be the time to do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to aeronautical engineer.
Sam, I'm contacting you via a different protocol. This private mode affords me a direct connection to you alone. It seems Drawbridge has reason to suspect that APAC may have been involved in the production of ghost mechs. This possibility concerned me as well, so I conducted my own investigation and reaffirmed that APAC's underlying technologies are iterations of an older Bridges framework. What I'm getting at, Sam, is that the guilty party is not APAC, but Bridges. Which is to say, the UCA may also have some involvement with ghost mech production. This would perhaps explain why firearms and other weapons have become commonplace on the Australian continent. The UCA's precursor, the United States of America, had a prominent gun culture. Though Americans first took up arms to liberate themselves from British colonial rule, they retained the right to bear arms so that they might defend themselves against future government tyranny. APAC has no such designs, of course, but Higgs has used factories to obtain weapons in an attempt to subjugate the continent through violent action. And so, the people of Australia have, in response, been forced to take up arms in self-defense. A distinctly American philosophy, and one which would appear to have spread to this continent. The more we seek to unite the people with metaphorical ropes, the more essential sticks seem to become. This particular situation is one that I feared might come to pass, which is precisely why I determined that it must not be the UCA, but a civilian organization which takes the lead in expanding chiral infrastructure. But if the UCA is indeed somehow implicated in these events, it may dramatically alter the calculus. I realize it must be vexing not knowing what to believe, Sam. Should I learn more, I'll contact you at once. For my part, I have a favor to ask. I must insist you not disclose that we've been in direct contact. There's no telling who may be involved with what at this stage.
Order completed. Well done.
Wow, it's way off down there. The aeronautical engineer has spotted some cargo left behind at the Ghost Mech factory. Bring it to him and he maybe share some of his weaponry with you. Recover the Ghost Mech factory cargo and deliver it to the aeronautical engineer. The journey to his shelter will be hard. Take care. Well, that changes things a bit for us. I'm not going to go directly to it right now then. I thought I just had to walk up here. But we'll do it when we get around to doing it.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Cheers to you, Sam.
I thought it was like a case that went over everything at first, which would have been really nice. It's you. I need a favor from you, huh? I was too out of it to realize who you are when you rescued me in the snowy mountains, but now I figured it out. You're the one who rescued me from the armed survivalist base and brought me to the Dowser's place, right? Can't believe you saved me twice. What a hero. Anyway, I need your help. There's some cargo addressed to me that I'd like you to fetch. I don't mind which cargo you bring me first. I'm going to need it all eventually. Bring it to me and I'll give you a super rare mask. I found it while exploring the snowy mountains near where you found me, in fact. It looks like something completely out of this world. If you're interested, you know what you need to do. Cool. It's like Higgs mask or something. What's happening with the groundwater? I noticed that the groundwater on the other side of the ridge to the east is kind of warm. The tar currents are quite complex around there, so maybe that's causing the rise in temperature. I hope it isn't a bad omen. Does anyone have any idea what's going on? Probably another thermal spring. There's a similar spot near my shelter. I think the tar currents are heating up the water. So I've already found hers. Where am I? That's way off over here. Hang on. We'll get this done, at least. Get it built. Probably skip the trip back to the Magellan because it's probably gonna be slow and slippery, and I'm pretty sure nobody wants to watch that. But y'all get to see this and know it's here. Huh?
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Let there be water.
Let's skip now.
So there was an underground spring out here as well, huh? Let's return to Heartman's lab and share the good news.
It's not gonna let me bathe. Oh, and it's gonna be that way about it. Like, subscribe, recommend McCrackalackle, and we'll see you when we get back to the Magellan. Have a good one.